So this is where the market is. As I said before, earlier on, we have all these complications. So make sure if you're a SmartRobie user, use the green pentagon to stay in the market and stay out of the market. That way you'll be more sufficiently adequate in the sense that you know where you are heading to and so forth. All right. So this is important. So you can able to see that. Thank you again for your kind support in here. So let's go on. So the market, as I said before, it's going to be a sideways market. Nothing much to look for. All right, as you can see, but there are opportunity, and right now, as I said before, this may be a good time for you to strengthen your training. Okay, should you one day wanted to do intra trading. So I'm just going to give you a bit of sharing how you can do that right now, right? This sharing in here is actually part and parcel of those members who are already a SmartRobie user or the VSA trading. You can use that too. So understanding the basic first, all right? So when you look at the basic in here, there are what we call the operating hours. So it's from 9 to 12:30, 2:30 to 5 p.m. So if you are going to be focusing on intra trading, these must be the time that you are available. The opening time around 9 to 9:45 to 10 o'clock if you want to get into the trade, and also closing of the trade, which is around the 4:30 just to 5 o'clock. This is important when you want to do the trading. All right. So likewise, what we are trying to do also in TradeVS, just to share with you, we are also building trading bots. Some of you may have known, where we are able to train the bot to fire up the order into the Bursa Malaysia and able to get in and get out for us. So we don't have to stay in front of the screen. So this is something that we are working with the broker houses. So eventually you're able to trade along or get the robot to trade for you rather than using human. After all, a lot of technologies can improve in here. But meanwhile, today we want to understand the basic, how to do the forward trading. Right? So if you are a person who have time and you want to trade, you are close to retiree, or you're not in front of the screen in here, you can trade this. So usually when it comes to intraday, it actually means you can open and close the position within this session. It could be in the day if you are within the target profit. Later on, in a couple of slides later, I'll talk about the target profit, but usually within 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 days, less than 4 to 5 days. Now it's very simple. If you buy a trade, or you're traded and then you hold longer than a week because you don't want to cut loss, then that is not intra trading in here. The time frame that we're using, we are not into the scalping, so we are using the hourly. Okay, so the hourly, let me just clean this up a bit. So we are looking at the hourly. So this is where we are, the hourly, and of course it is an advanced package. So for those of you who are members, you want to be using the TradingView package. I'm not imposing that you need to get the TradingView to see the hourly, but it will be very helpful. Now, if you are using TradingView, I highly recommend you to switch on to the real time, because you need to see the breakdown of each hour, the hourly chart. Right? Because you're in trading intraday, you need to be in and you have to close your session 4 to 5 days. Our usual trading using our SmartRobie, which I talk about on the breakfast show, are generally for swing trading, which is this. Here you go, using daily to weekly, where we do more positional trading, where we swing up 5 to 30 days. That's where you get a lot of problem. But today the focus is just intraday, and you want to be less than 4 to 5 days. All right. So this is something that you want to be familiar with, the 4 to 5 days. That's the time limit. 2 to 3 days also okay. All right. So this is where you want to be looking at. Okay. Good. Okay. The sound is coming up nicely. So the trading plan. All right. Let's talk about the trading plan. Then next you have to look into the sector. Okay, the sector is the main focus. Focus on smaller watch lists. Basically what you want to do is you go down to the hot sector, okay, in our SmartRobie. All right, go to the hot sector, SmartRobie there. All right, and then what you want to do next is to look into, let me see, okay, and click on the sector, the Bursa sector. Usually what we always say here is to look at the first two sector here. The first two sectors are the most important. That tells you the trade, it's in the direction of the market. So you want to be at least a sector here. Right now, we know the KLCI, if you look at it, is on the downtrend. It's a red pentagon. So this meaning that a lot of the trade will go against you because the trend is down. Of course, if you can short the market, I definitely think that this is a good time to be shorting. So you can want to trade those market that is falling. But unfortunately, we operate in a long market in here. I know you can do intraday trading, the shorting of the market, but that's a different scope altogether. Today, we are still talking about the long process in here, which can be a very difficult and challenging going forward because the market is coming down, but we are trading, buying, and try to sell long. Okay. Next is the entry and exit signal. This is definitely much easier. Now, if you don't have any entry and exit signal or don't have anything, use the Pentagon Guider Premium Intraday. That's the signal you want to be going in. I will talk about this here. Then after that, stop loss. Okay, very important. Because you are trading intraday, you need to have stop loss. Okay, there's a mechanism. You need to decide how far is it. So our robot, when we trade, because we have a lot of experience training our robot to trade right now, we found that the best optimal cut loss is at 8%. Okay, so 8%, not 15%, not 30%. So any trade that you trade, if you incurred more than, there will be slippage like 15, 20, 30%, which means you actually don't have a cut loss system, right? You have to cut loss because you didn't like it, right? Sometimes you will cut loss at 2 to 3%, which is fine. And also there is an expiration date. In this case, the expiration date, we did talk about it, is 2 to 3 days. Maximum is 5 days. All right. Then last is the position sizing. We have a fixed capital size. You can decide, because depending which broker in, of course, right now, I think the cheapest broker in town is Mumu, right? And free commission, but you still need to pay the exchange fees. It's still not free commission, right? The exchange fee will work out to be something like 0.23, one in, one way out is 0.45. So the exchange are actually, getting a lot of pay, and know how much capital you want to be putting. Our recommendation here is about 10K. All right. Now, if you're not comfortable with 10K, then you go to 5K. Okay. 5K. Right, 5K, it's going to be okay if you trade with Mumu, because assuming you're not paying any brokerage, zero commission, just paying the exchange fee in here. But if you're doing with other broker, 10K is optimum because they have a minimum 0.1% or 8 ringgit or 12 ringgit depending on that. So that's where we need to cover the commission here. Is this okay so far? If it's okay so far, give me a thumbs up. Then I know at least you are looking out and working out on this, because these are your trading plan. Okay. So next we're going to go on is the trading plan. Now, if you don't have any trading plan, how it looks like, I will highly recommend you to use the trading plan that we have in our SmartRobie. After all, we are licensed to issue buy and sell call. So if you go in any of the stocks, right, when you see a buy call rating 3 out of 5, that means it's a very good trade. So 5 is maximum, 3 is definitely very good, right? So you want to be using that. So sometimes it's a preference, all right? If you want to trade 4 and 5, 3 and 4 and 5 can, but if you have 1 and 2, maybe you don't want to trade. So we actually rate it for you, so you have the best chance of making the trade in here. Later we're going to be looking at Delium. So how do you find it? Is that you go to trading plan and click on it. Only when you have Pentagon and there is a valid date here. So sometimes when you go to certain stocks, you cannot find the trading plan. He said, Martin, you told me everything about it, because there's no buy call. All right, as you can see, this one, Pentagon came in on the 3rd of March. It valid until 6th. So tomorrow is the last day. All right, and make sure the entry point is below 143. Like that. So you just scroll it up. You can see you have 143. You got a TP1, you got TP2 here. These are very excellent for very short-term trading, like intraday within 2 to 3 days. And then we also have the cut loss, right? You can see here, holding period, maximum is 3 to 4 weeks. If you want to swing up, remember I talk about the daily swing, but if you're just trading purely on intraday, right, then you want to be holding less than 5%. If you hit 1.47 in here, you want to be up just 3 cents to me, as I said before. This is what intraday is all about in here, okay? So that is, we get out of the way. Right now, I know many of you like to trade a lot of the smaller stocks, but I think very important when you first started out in here is to trade some stocks that has favorable to you. Yes, you don't make the kind of big return, like 4 or 5%. That's all about it, When it comes to intraday, don't forget about making 50% or 60% per trade. You don't get that because this is intraday trading. So I have to state it out in mind here, okay? So you look from here, TP1 is 147, right? TP2 is 157. And if you look at that's 157 divided by 143, that is a 9% for TP2. All right, TP1 is definitely less than that. So this is why it's important that you all know and control your target profit and your stop loss too. Okay. Any questions so far? If you have any question, just feel free to put it into the comment there. Now we recommend Pentagon Guide for intraday trading. So these are some of the things you want to be watching out for. Okay, for a start, okay, you want to use your support and resistance. This is where we talk about the stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Now, if you are new and you do not know what I'm talking about, you can check out some of the video tutorial that we have. All right, and you can see here, and then this is where the market started to move up. Okay, so this is what we call the stage 1. Okay, and this is what we call the stage 2, starting to move up in the market in here. This is just one example. So the support is where the price level, where buying pressure tend to overcome selling. All right, resistance is where the selling, there are more sellers coming over the buy price. So this one we can say before, Pentagon Guide is an indication here, right, that the stock is ready to move higher. So it move up higher, then in February we got a sell-off, then it continued to move up in here. All right. So we also want to pay attention to the volume spike analysis. So you can see here, whenever there's a volume spike, okay, the market will generally move to the down. So you can see here, there's a volume spike here, the market should start back up in here. Always pay attention to the volume spike. Like you see here, volume spike, market started to move up in here. All stocks behave the same thing in here. So pay attention to the volume spike. Increased volume often accompanied by significant price movement and can confirm the strength. It can reverse or it can go forward. It's not so straightforward. When there's increased volume in here, market will go straight up. No, there will be times when the market reverse. That's why it's important you pay attention to the volume spike analysis. And of course, the green pentagon is your go-to entry here. All right, learn to read the basic green pentagon followed by stage 1 accumulation. This is where we talk about the stage 1 accumulation, sideways moving in here. I've talked about this a lot in length. Some of the video tutorial, you can go to SmartRobie video tutorial, have it here. This pattern can give you early signal in the beginning of a trend within the same day too, right? So this is where, this is a daily chart, keep in mind. You can see here, this is a daily chart, but when you trade intraday, you also need the attention visibility of what we call hourly chart. Okay, the hourly chart plays an important role because you want to able to see it. And make sure you get real time to pay a small subscription in here. Consider that is part of your training to learn this before you really put in the real money here. Okay, next one. So let's take a look. Just now we were talking about finance, right? Remember, finance sector seems to be the hottest one in here. So you can see this is the hourly chart, okay, for Affin Bank, okay? This is right now. And this is the hourly chart for RCE Capital, okay? Both are in finance, and definitely you can see, right? So from this side, you can see here, okay? Here is where we saw the so-called stage 1, okay? Stage 1, okay, then goes up to stage 2, then come back down to stage 4. Okay, so generally when you see the green pentagon in here, right, no doubt this thing is fallout, right, from here onwards, right, 280. Okay, it goes up to 290. Okay, it's not a lot, I can tell you that, right? 290 over 280. Okay, 290 divided by 280, that's a 3.5%. That's more than enough already. Okay, 290 divided by 280, that's a 3.5%. So as I said before, generally your profit will definitely be less than that. Don't expect 5-10% all this. Those are what we call a jackpot. In intraday trading, we are aiming very, very small profit. Like here, you'll be out. So you're doing a lot of trades. Okay, for our member VSA 360, you know we're talking about this, so you do a swing trading. So this is where so when you have an hourly chart, that's where your entry is. Make sure you have a stage 1, and remember there is a volume spike here, and there's a volume spike okay, at this juncture. So this volume spike refers to this giant uptrend, and then the market fall back again. So on this trade, remember, not all trade works. Here you have another one. The market moved up, but eventually broke down in here. Okay, but this trade works. Okay, this was you can see from here, this was a down move. The market moved up and then forms a double bottom here, and then moves back up here again. So you can see from here, let's say you're able to get in at 1, 2, 6. Here is 1, 3, 2. Okay, so 1, 3, 2 divided by 1, 2, 6. That's a 4.7% return. That's it. You gotta go already. You have to start taking profit already. You don't have to let the profit run, because intraday trading is like that, especially right now. The Bursa market is very, very weak. Okay, we've seen the overall green pentagon market is very good, but at least you're able to get small profit, and you have to do a lot of this trade. So definitely opening an account with Mumu with zero commission will help you. And do remember, this is not suitable for everybody. This is not suitable for everyone. It's suitable for those who have time, who want to be trading, for some sort of income. That would suit better. The usual one that we do, our SmartRobie one, we do a swing trading, right? Swing up, you hold a period, you let it run from stage 1 to stage 2, can be somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, this is definitely only 5 days. That's one of the main big difference when it comes to intraday. So I hope that this message comes very important. So understanding the market structure is important. Just like what I shared with you, stage 1 is accumulation, stage 2 uptrend, then the stage 3. So a lot of time when we buy the stocks, okay, going back to here, this is where we enter. Remember, we got the green pentagon here. Okay, and then from here onwards, we generally look for 3 to 4%. 3 to 4% we chabot already. Okay, that's where it is. Don't be greedy, okay? Because we don't even wait for here. Yes, because we're using also hourly chart. Hourly chart, right? Now, if you do use a daily chart, then you run it for a longer period. Most important, a lot of people make by a lot of beginners who trade intraday. They confuse the hourly chart with the daily chart, right? They may use hourly chart to get in, right? Then once they go past 3 to 4%, they try to play around longer, right? No, get out and then look for another trade. So you consistently able to profit from then onwards, 3 to 4% kind of thing. And you don't even wait until the market break down from here onwards, okay? But for those of you who are able to have more visibility and you want to run it, then you switch to a daily chart. Okay, when you switch to a daily chart, you can look in the stage 3 and then maybe get a bit more trades, a little bit more meat, a little bit more higher target profit. All right, so I hope that actually gives you some sort of an idea how you want to trade the hourly chart versus the daily chart. It's just a basic introduction in here. All right, then you can see all the available trade. Let's look at the premium intraday. So you can look at the premium intraday, in this case, MSE. Okay, so let's look at MSE. This is where I want to show you. MSE. Okay, this one came out today. Malaysia swelling. Okay, you can see from here, this is the hourly chart, right? All right, and this is the week. Okay, let's MSC. Okay, and we go to Malaysia chart. This is the daily chart. So if you look at the daily chart, it's actually up 8% today, right? So right here, this morning, just at 9 o'clock, the floor fly already. So in the morning, you were able to pick this up, but I picked it up around 4 o'clock. Okay, so here, 231, 234. Okay, so you can see 231, 234. Maybe tomorrow you need to go already. Okay, so here, okay, let's say you're able to enter here to here. Okay, that's 1.3%. Okay, 1.3%. So tomorrow, if the market goes to here, 238, 234, you want to be going off already. Okay, also you can check out MSC trading plan. What is TP1, TP2? Check it out in there, and you can use that one too. All right, generally 3 to 4%. That's you want to be going off. All right, that's how you trade it here. So you happen to be here because this market actually went up a lot. MSC. Now remember, our market has been down for the last couple of days. It's still in the bear market, but you will get. So let's look at another one. Early in the morning, this one was at 9:46. Okay, so 9:46, the premium intraday. Okay, I wish I have more example in here, but when you every morning use the SmartRobie Premium Alert, look at that. Okay, but make sure for your benefit, get the hourly chart. You don't have to get the VSA 360 plugin, right? Our TradingView plugin, right? I do know that our SmartRobie currently only show you daily chart because we want more of our beginner members and the Gen Z and those new millennium to trade the daily chart because that is the best advantage here. But again, I thought we want to spice things up in here. Those of you who wanted to trade intraday, you can use the premium alert in here just to satisfy everybody. So you can look from here. This is the daily chart for Wegman. Okay, hasn't turned green pentagon yet. Okay, and we'll look at the hourly chart. And you can see hourly chart also, it just hit 16 cents at 4 o'clock. Then, no, 9 o'clock is just sort of moved sideways. And then at 5 o'clock, it's just jumped 3%. So sometimes you get this kind of stocks, okay? This kind of stocks, if you look back on the left-hand side, not so good. You know, there's a lot of this no trades in here. So that's why it's important though. So let's look at the next one, Delium. Delium is better, okay? Delium. Okay, so generally I'll look for stocks that is above 20 cents. Okay, this one just now, Wegman is only 16 cents. Okay, look here. Now this is the hourly chart. You can see from here, but much better, right? You can see, and then we'll switch to DELEUM on a daily chart. Okay, now, okay, click this one. Hey, why cannot? Oh, too many. Okay, so you can see from here, daily chart already turned green pentagon. But if you notice, for Delium, right here, it turned green pentagon here and then started to move up. Okay, so let's say you're able to get in on this. Actually came out maybe a bit earlier, but green pentagon came out already on 3rd of March. Okay, 3rd of March still continue to go up. So let's say you're able to get in 3rd of March. You see 27th February already moved it. Let's say you got in on 3rd of March, which is here lah. Okay, 3rd of March there. This is the, you can see, right? Align it here, somewhere around here. 143. Okay, we can use this 143 to 146. How much is that? 2.3%. Almost there. Another 1%, 2%, we will probably be leaving. So which means tomorrow is Thursday. We probably have to chabut today. This kind of trade. Okay. So we don't keep too long one. And you can also check out the target profit TP1, TP2 for Delium on the trading plan. All right. If it's still there. Right. So this is how we look at the trade. Every day you will see premium intraday trade idea. Okay. So SmartRobie have all the trade idea. Just go back and check it out from here. You can see from here, trading plan is 147. Okay, 147. There, hit already 147. Okay, 147 TP1 already hit. So let's say you're able to do 147 to, yeah. So this is only 4%. Am I correct? Yeah, 4%, 147. You're able to get in at 141. That's the 4% that you needed. Yeah. So this is what I mean. So the entry point is very important. Okay, 3-5% you can survive. Right. So sometimes people always say, is it worthwhile to trade now, Martin? 3 to 5%. If you ask me, yes. If you ask me from another part, no. Personally, myself, I don't trade the intraday, to be frank with you, because I don't have time in front to view the screen. So what we did as a company, now that we are a digital investment advisor, we built trading bots. You all know that I always talk about the trading bots. Right now, we are in the concept phase to get our bots ready for eventual commercialization, where you can open up an account with the broker house and then trade from there. Eventually, we'll let you know if the whole commercialization is worthwhile or not. Okay, so just keep you in mind. I know that I've been saying this a lot. So you can see this is just how I talk about here. All right, and so this is the hourly chart. All right, this is the daily chart. So you can see you got to put two aligned. Now, of course, you need a subscription for this. As I say, TradingView. If you don't have TradingView, you can use the existing of any of the broker house, but make sure you have hourly chart and it's real time. And then you need to decipher and draw those lines here. Stage 1, stage 2, all right? This is stage 3, or this is going to stage 4. So if you don't have it, use the Pentagon Guider. which actually show with you, then it's much easier to see it from then onwards. That is my only advice going inwards. All right, so I come to the last part, which is also quite important, is the mental power over trading emotion. Just a couple of things I have in front of me. This book, all right, you can see it, right? Very interesting read of this book, The Mental Game of Trading, a system for solving problems with greed, fear, anger, confidence, and discipline. All right. So in short, I just want to leave one quote here, okay, for this very interesting book. It simply says that when your emotion, not you emotion, when your emotion, okay, let me just bring this back again. When your emotion become overactive, it shut down your higher brain function. Now think about that, right? When your emotion become overactive, it will shut down your higher brain function, which is quite true. In my experience before, when you got caught away, after you've been winning 3%, 4%, you say, hey, I wanted to have more. I wanted to have 6%, 7%. Is that possible or not? Of course it's possible, right? But you will get carried away and you're not sticking to your plan or following your trading rules. So what we have shared with you is something we believe will work most of the time, okay? With a 3 to 5% in here, lots of trade, you will generate a lot of trade. Every day you'll probably be doing one trade when you carry over 2 to 3 days, but no more than 5 days. You can be doing 3 or 4 trades like this. All right. So build your watch list, as I said before, based on the SmartRobie sector in here, right? And if you incur a loss, right, don't rush into a new trade out of frustration. Stick to a plan. Okay, stick to it. Set realistic goal. Intraday trading usually 2 to 3%, less than 5 or 6%, which are there. But it does not guarantee big win every day. Aim for consistent, and rather than trying to hit jackpot. Jackpot will be very, very limited, as I said before. In this case, very limited in here. So don't do the revenge trade, 2 to 3% in here, and keep a trading journal. So that's why we always say keep a trading journal, which takes me to my next strategy we tell people is to use simulation. Now for our members, our VSA 360 members, you know, those of you who've been with us, you've been doing a lot of paper trading. I cannot emphasize more, especially right now with our SmartRobie, our training board. We use this to test our strategy, and we know that our strategy works very well, right? It's just that now we are working to get the firing of the buy and sell order. But if you're a first-time trader and want to trade this, as you have SmartRobie and you want to see whether it works or not, do paper trading or use a demo account. Now, our members, the trading playground, we have it at virtualtradesmartrobie.com. Go over there, create an account, and start trading from then onward. Just based on what we saw, think about it today. Just play around with it in here. Do maybe 10, 20 trades and see how well you do, right? But generally, we will see people will have all kinds of strategy in here. Right, and try it out, right? Just aim for 2 to 3%, no more than 5 days. Pick those stock trade from SmartRobie, and that's how you go from then onwards. So this is using the paper trading account. So you can see this is our members in here playing around with all the trading account. Once you get in, you want to be going over to the Kick Trade, over 50,000 in here. It's just that we are short of time. We won't be going through the paper trading platform, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If you have time, go around, play around with it. There's no cost to you. It's absolutely free in here. Use it and then let me know what you think. Okay? So I'm coming to the last part of it. I want to keep my Wednesday sharing in here to be a bit short, to really promote SmartRobie for those who are using it, and also subscribing on a monthly basis of 9 ringgit 90 cents for 4 markets, which really, I believe, it's a very cost-effective way where you can get around to get all the good stock trade idea. All right, first thing is educate yourself. All right, get the functional knowledge of a chart, which is the Pentagon Guider, all our green Pentagon in it, and fundamental driver, which is the SmartRobie rating, and then create a solid plan if you don't have it. If you have it, all right, good. If you don't, use our SmartRobie trading plan. All right, that's the one we're saying you can trade the TP1 and the TP2. Again, stop loss must be honored. All right, earlier on I talked about it. The worst case is an 8% stop loss. You must honor that, right? And of course, when you do the virtual trading, right, and then you can see if you don't put stop loss, when you get hit one of those minus 20% like we saw the last couple of days, big sell-off, you will get a hit on that account. So that $50,000 account that you have, you can see it's going to be drawn down in here, right? Don't do revenge trading. And I know when you do playground or paper trading, your emotion won't do that. All right, you're not going to get that kind of emotion fire up when you do with real money, right? So make sure you do well in your paper trading account before you move on to the real trading account. It's just like what we call flight simulator. You will fly in what we call an aircraft, right? But all simulated. But before you fly the real thing in here, then start small. Okay, so once you get your paper trading right, then you only move to a live trading account, and then build from there and build your confidence. Okay, so all the sharing that we have done in here are all powered by Pentagon Guider, which is approved by the Securities Commission on our algorithm in here that you're able to follow the smart money. I know it's a big challenge right now, especially our market KLSE is just sort of going sideways, but there are good opportunity trade if you follow the sectors, if you follow the green Pentagon, you cut loss and you make your profit and see how you go from then onwards. Okay, and use that. Okay, use once you're ready, go over and do a real proper paper trade. Okay, and then you might win yourself a 50 ringgit voucher by submitting to our Trade VSA campaign portal on that one. All right, our VSA 3 member premium membership is still on. I'm not heavily promoting in here, but I just want to bring the members, the VSA 360 members, as well as SmartRobie members to use it together. All right, and don't forget to join our Telegram chat room if you're not, and that's a lot of good information that we share with the members in. All right, so that's all we have for this evening. Thank you for coming, and of course, if you have any questions in the group or in the comment in here, feel free to chat it in here. If not, you can always post it to our SmartRobie help desk. All right, so that's all I have for this thing. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on our Monday SmartRobie breakfast show.